back with another episode of Pottawattamie County Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. Coming up today, this is a fun episode because, well, many of you around Pottawattamie County make your way into Council Bluffs, and you've gone to Joe's Karting, which is a great place and a lot of fun to race pretty quick go-karts around. But the manager there, his name is Buddy Ray Jones, has started something that when he called me and told me about it, I said, we have to learn more. He's doing Hot Wheels racing at a local bar in Council Bluffs on Wednesday night. And believe me when I tell you, this is turning into something really big. Just a ton of fun. I haven't been yet, but I'm going to get there. And Buddy's going to tell us all about what's going on behind it, how much work's going into it, and just how popular it has become. So Buddy Ray Jones is our guest today on Pottawattamie County Roots. You know, finding the right care for a loved one can feel overwhelming, and Assisted Living Locators is here to help. Jean Bonker brings more than 30 years of experience serving families and has personally navigated the challenges of elder care. She understands the questions, the emotions, and the weight of these decisions. Jean becomes your advocate, guiding you through options with clarity, compassion, and personal support every step of the way. Call Assisted Living Locators at 402-690-5467 and move forward with confidence. The Jenny Edmondson Foundation believes healthcare goes beyond hospital walls through its Caring for Our Communities initiative. The foundation helps high-risk, low-income, and underserved individuals access resources that remove barriers to better health and long-term well-being. And coming up on February 27th, the foundation brings the community together through Dance to the Beat, a signature event raising critical funds for uninsured and underinsured heart patients. To get your tickets and if you'd still like to learn more about sponsorship, you can do that at jehfoundation.org. And a leak, a clogged drain, or a big remodel, that's no trouble at all for Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs. With fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. They're locally owned and trusted and take pride in doing the job right the first time. So give them a call, residential or commercial, big or small, when plumbing problems strike. Go online to waldsteinplumbing.com. Making his first appearance in the studios on Willow, this is Buddy Ray Jones. He is the manager at Joe's Karting. He is a race car driver, and since obviously you didn't have enough to do and you still wanted to race cars, you decided to drop it down to 1/64th scale.
Oh, yeah. But it's been a gallon-size fun.
Oh, my goodness. You gave me a call a couple of weeks ago, buddy, and you said that, hey, I may have just kind of stumbled onto the next big thing. And as you were explaining this, I said, yep, this reminds me of something that was going on back in the 80s called stomper poles, and where these little stompers, the motorized cars in all different classes, you could go out and have a truck pull, and you are bringing Hot Wheels races to Council Bluffs, and I think got a little popularity going.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. My boss, Rich, the owner of Joe's, he brought one of these Hot Wheels Super 6-lane raceway kits into Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me if we would use it, and I was like, we employ high school and college kids. What do you think? And then I told my boss, I'm like, any reduction in productivity around here is squarely going to be on your shoulders a little bit. And then in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, not me included, my staff has bought well over 200 Hot Wheels. So when it's slow, we're running them down this Hot Wheels track. I like to hang out on the weekends with the other adults down at Big Al's Bar here in Council Bluffs on 27th and 2nd Avenue. And I go to Christy, one of the owners there, and I ask her about bringing the Hot Wheels track down. She goes, what in the world are you going to do with the Hot Wheels track? Race Hot Wheels. What else do you do with the Hot Wheels track? So she laughed. So I kind of put the feelers out there. We had 10 people the first week. We thought we were going to have 4, 5, 6. So 10 people were like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
The 10 people that came, were some of them
They were regulars.
But on staff at Joe's Karting, or just regulars from Joe's Karting?
No. There was no regulars at Joe's. There was no staff at Joe's. So I would say 6 of those 10 people were regulars at Big Al's. And then we had a couple people that don't normally hang out at Big Al's that were there playing pool. A couple other people. And when we got done, we started this night. We started at 8 o'clock, single elimination, had no idea what we're doing. We were done by 8:20. And I'm out there thinking we were out here for an hour racing Hot Wheels. And my wife, Rachel, she's like, we started at 8, we were done at 8:20. And I'm like, oh. So then these people are like, are you coming back next week? I'm like, wait, you want me to come back? They're like, yeah, this was fun. This is different. Let's race Hot Wheels. All right, so I put it back out there on Facebook, but instead of starting at 8, we're going to start at 7, thinking we might pull a few more people.
Okay.
Oh, did we? We went from 10 people to 21 people. Now, we're talking 21 people racing Hot Wheels. We're not talking the 21 plus ones or twos that come with the 21. So we had a really, really big crowd. This time we slowed it down. We do best 2 out of 3 on each round. Championship round is best 3 out of 5. There's not a whole lot of rules to this. It's very simple. We still don't even know what we're doing 5 or 6 weeks later. This is more come out, have fun, meet some new people. It's a $5 entry, 2-drink minimum. The drinks don't have to be alcohol. I kind of went out and have told people, even though Christy says it doesn't have to be alcohol, get something other than water.
Yeah.
Buy a Dr. Pepper, buy some Monster. And everybody does. They're really, really good. And the nicest group of people you could ever meet in a bar. Nobody gets mad. Nobody gets angry, irritated, nothing. And quite honestly, if you ever get angry over a Hot Wheels race, you might want to reevaluate your life.
Well, you're talking about something that on average lasts less than 2.5 seconds. I mean, these are fast races.
I have race cars, or a list of 6 different weight classes right here.
I broke them up by weight class. Yeah.
Yes, and on a 13-foot 7-inch track during the Daytona 500, I ran all my Hot Wheels. I have them lined up here by average and their fastest laps. So bring your Hot Wheels. Let's see what you can do against my Hot Wheels. Because if I weigh your Hot Wheels, I can go get the same weight. And yeah.
Did you have to label your cars so you knew which was which? Or do you just know them by
I know them right here. And I also have 6 different cases that are labeled. And so each one of my welterweight cars goes in the welterweight case. So there's no mixing or matching. And when I get home, they're all going to get separated and they're going to be stacked in the case from slowest to last. Now, eventually, these cases only hold so many cars.
Yeah.
So in my mind, if you're not fast enough to be in my case, you're going to be fast enough for my grandson's toy box. And I'm not the only one doing this.
Oh, no. Well, I think I told you that my son and I, we built a Hot Wheels track. And the first time we did it, we didn't know what we were doing. And I saw something online on a YouTube video, so we repeated it, where the last 10 feet of track was an open box. And they just kind of tumbled down. After that, we built a full length and with a loop and all the way down. You have, is it 6 lanes? Is that?
I have 6 lanes, which is basically the normal 6-lane super raceway. I've also already gone out and bought 2 other tracks, so I can add.
Okay.
I can add length if I want. And I've also gone out and bought a whole bunch of the track extenders from Hot Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
For like 50 cents, $1, whatever. If I see them, I buy them.
Right.
And I think I've added 4 sections of that. Then I got a hold of a guy out of Israel and bought a digital computerized timing system. So I don't have the little red Hot Wheels gate that flips up.
Right.
This thing actually scores you down to 1,000th of a second on each run. So I can go in a 6 mode where it scores all 6 lanes, 1 through 6. And on that mode, it'll score down to 100th of a second. Well, in our Big Al's Racing Club tournament, we use lanes 2 and 5, which is one of the default settings for this computerized system. And that does score down to 1,000th of a second. And boy, howdy, you might see people out here with an old Pontiac GTO or one of today's newer high-speed cars in real life, a big car.
Right.
I think at times they tend to care more about their Hot Wheels time than their actual street car. They are out here videoing this, sharing the video.
Right.
We have a Facebook page, and I asked Christy if I can make the Facebook page. She's like, I don't care. It's like, well, I'll let you be admin and all that. I don't want to trample on her or stomp or trample on her toes. And she's kind of let me run with it. And after this last, I'm trying to remember, after this last Hot Wheels tournament, I think we're at 32,000 views, and we're pushing 360, 370 followers all
Right.
over the nation. So, I mean, it's caught on fast. And then earlier when you're talking about the growth,
Mhm.
so that first night we had 10, the second night we had 21, the third night we had 35, the fourth night we had 48, and then the fifth night, which was just last week, we had some people that were out of town for work, and we
Right.
expect the numbers to go up and down a little bit, but we still ended up with 34 people. So on 34 people, that is 68 races, and we don't joke around. We turn and burn. We start at 7, and we're done by 9:30.
Have to. I mean, if
Yes.
you're not being very methodical about it, you're not getting done. But you said that you're running 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3
Now
on all the races.
so this is it's not as if you can get a better start or anything. I mean, it's just gravity driven. So how often are the results changing?
A lot.
Really?
And believe it or not, we actually have seen on these best 2 out of 3 runs, like you and I could go up there. We put our Hot Wheels up there. Once we stage our Hot Wheels, you and I, if we're racing, we don't touch the track. We have a start button and a wireless remote at the finish line, so we just hit the little red button, and it counts down 3, 2, 1. The gate drops, our cars go. We've actually had ties all the way down to a thousandth of a second on this, and the crowd goes wild when we have ties. So, not knowing what we're doing, even though it's best 2 out of 3, if you and I tie, well, then for that particular round, we're going to go best 3 out of 5. And
Mhm.
you have to swap lanes. So that keeps it really fair. A lot of people, the first couple of weeks, it is kind of funny. A lot of us liked lane 2. I don't know what it is about lane 2. Lane 2 is not
Yes.
the end all. I want to go on record.
It's just lane 2.
It's just lane 2. A lot of people are superstitious about lane 2. So then they were asking, well, how do we get a fair lane draw? I don't know. We're all drinking Bud Lights or Moronas or Modelo's or whatever, and I don't want to be throwing dice in the bar because then dice roll out of the way. You start kicking dice. So we just took 2 decks of playing cards, took the jokers, the aces, and the wilds out of the 2 decks of playing cards. We shuffle them up, we put them down, you pull a card over, high card wins lane choice. So if you and I are racing and you get a jack and I get a 10, well, you got lane choice. So if you take lane 2, I take lane 5. But then between each pass, we have to swap lanes.
Okay.
And it keeps it very fair. Nobody complains about that. But you talk about one of the funnest crowds you will ever. Ironically, I seriously would have thought this would have been like 30, 35-year-olds. No way. It's 18 and older. We've had one 19-year-old, only one out of all these people. We've had, I'm going to say somewhere in that 2 to 5 range, young 20-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, everybody's 45 and older. And I mean, when I say 45, I've got a number of racers that have got to be 60 plus.
Wow.
And a lot of them are driving 20, 30 miles one way here. And they still got to work in the morning. So, yeah, we can't be here till all night. Now, once the tournament is done, which could be 9, 9:15, 9:30, just whenever it gets done, we do leave the track open.
Yeah.
Grudge racing starts. We're not going to go into what happens with grudge racing. You folks can figure that out. Come down and watch. Let's just say it's financially beneficial for some folks to grudge race.
Yeah.
It's gotten so serious.
I loved it. One of the last videos you put up, you did the national anthem.
Yes. So prior to the tournament, as you know it,
Right.
well, the stats that I have for the tournament so far, we had 1 or 2 nights in there where it was just, really kind of stumbling over ourselves. And then out of respect for everybody, I was like, hey, what do you guys think if we did the national anthem? I mean, if you go to a baseball game, a stock car race, a football game, you go to a sporting event, you always get the national anthem. And some people are like, you're really going to do the national anthem in a bar? Yeah, it makes everybody laugh. I'm like, what other bar do you go do a dart league, a pool league? You don't do the national anthem there. I mean, one should, logically speaking, do it, but,
Right.
I'm not judging anybody. Well, we also have a number of really neat older guys. We actually, we have one guy that's a former Marine Corps long-range sniper that hangs out, one of the nicest guys you'll ever know. But we've got 6, 7 veterans in this Hot Wheels tournament. And I was like, well, they're fighting for our freedom. They're fighting for us, for a guy like me to come up with something like this so we can all have fun. So then I think it was the 3rd week we started the national anthem. And you've seen the video. People take that serious.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah. There's nobody laughing. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in a bar with 60 people.
Hey, hats were off. I mean, it was full deal. Yeah.
Oh, it's full Monty. And then once the national anthem is over, people will start clapping and hooping and hollering. Then I'll be like, let's go racing. And then my wife, Rachel, bless her heart, she's on the microphone and she runs the tournament. We have a commercial software for the tournament. And this last week, we just introduced a thing because, 68 races, you're in a bar, people are drinking. It's real easy to kind of get lost as to where you're at in the tournament.
Right.
So she now puts a link on the Big Al's Racing Club page, and now you can follow the tournament in real time. So there's 68 races, but Todd Stewart and Buddy Ray are going to be up. Our first race might be race number 25. So now I can judge how much time I have to go get my drink of choice, or if I need to use a restroom, if I want to go do a smoke break, and then this upcoming week, because of this, people have kind of gotten pretty laxed on paying attention to that. So I'm just telling you now, if you're up and you're not ready to go, race is going to go without you. You're going to take a loss. we got to turn and burn. We had a couple people we're up there for 3 or 4 minutes. There was one lady I was racing against. We all thought she left. Well, when a race, the computer will count down in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The gate will drop. So figure it's 4 seconds. And then the average time of a race is about 2 seconds. So you got about 5 seconds. 5 seconds isn't a lot until you start talking 6 people or 6 races. So we can get into the minutes really quick. And when I have 34 people and we're having to wait sometimes upwards of a minute for you to get your butt up to the line so we can race,
right,
we're adding 34 minutes. And when you got to work at 6, 7, 8 in the morning, you ain't got time to wait 34 minutes for 34 people. So it's turn and burn. Yeah. So everybody's working really good. They all work together. I've had some folks, well, Bud, I don't have a phone and I don't know how to use technology like that. Great. Let me tell you, folks, you don't want to use that link on your phone? Talk to the person at the table next to you that is using that link and ask them, hey, when am I up? And what's really cool is all these people, nobody really knew anybody.
Yeah.
Now they know each other. Now you hear, hey, Todd, how's work this week? Or, hey, Todd, how's wife? Or how's this? And they're getting to know each other. And then it's, hey, Todd, on your phone, when am I up? Oh, I'm not even up. Okay, well, when am I up? Oh, you're in race 36. Well, where are we at now? Race 18. Oh, okay. And it works great for everybody.
I am beyond impressed with what you have done here. And I know that when you started this thing, you didn't envision it blowing up.
Not at all.
And you're still early. Who knows what this thing could turn into? We could end up with Hot Wheels leagues and not throw a little love to Matchbox cars too, all over town, and then have a big, tournament at the end of the winners from all of this is possible because somebody thought, hey, I got some Hot Wheels. I wonder which one's fastest.
Yeah, when we started this, I told my wife I'm gonna go to Walmart. I'm gonna buy a 5-pack of Hot Wheels for $4.98 plus tax. I'm not gonna be one of these guys that have gone full on nerd. And let me tell you how that worked out, folks. There's 10 pages of stuff that I was showing Todd here. These are stats.
These are just your stats.
These are just my stats. Yeah. So imagine 34 more people having stats like this. And there are some people actually in this Hot Wheels tournament that actually race all over the Midwest. They go to car shows and others. I don't really want to do that. I just want to keep this loosey goosey. I don't want to weigh it down with a bunch of rules. This is just show up at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday night, have some fun, go home. But yeah, I never in my wildest years would I ever thought it would have turned into this. I do know in 2027, the last Hot Wheels race will be March 25th of this year. And then we're going to take the rest of the year off. Mm-hmm. And then I've got 2 other guys that have raced Hot Wheels tournaments all over the Midwest. And when I say raced, like this is child's play. Like
right,
they go to races where you can win thousands of dollars doing this. We've already talked. We are going to have a season January of 27 through the end of March 27. So 13, 14 weeks. It's 3 months long. When that season comes out, and we're not keeping points or nothing like that. We don't want to make this like a league where you're running for season points. It's just for fun. But when we do roll out that schedule, you might have a night where it's pickups. Another mm-hmm. night might be American Muscle. Another night might be the car's got to weigh under 30 grams. So this whole quote-unquote season, I guess you'd call it, is exploratory. And a lot of times I don't even know what the rules are until we see the grudge racing. Because I want to see what these guys, and there's women in this too, but yeah. The lady, it was a lady, I believe, Terry Smith, that won this week. Yeah, Terry Smith won. She lives clear out by Valley, Nebraska. And then she had a little Land Rover Mr. Smith wagon. We've now outlawed that. That truck has took in first, second, or third 5 weeks in a row. So it's kind of getting a little old to see the same vehicle up there. Mm-hmm. I went and bought one. I got beat by it by 2 weeks. I went and bought one, and I was like, okay. I talked to the guy that owned the other, and we call it the meat wagon. But I called, Rich is his name. And I was like, all right, peace treaty. I'll park the meat wagon if you park your meat wagon, and no more meat wagons. And he laughed. He's like, all right, let's get something fun out right there. And he's one of these guys that races. Now, he doesn't have stats like I've got on my cars, but I'm a dirt track racer, so I like stats. I like info. I like seeing what I got. But everything's going really good. There will be a next year. And yeah, a couple other people have showed interest. Hey, bud, can you maybe bring this down? Mm-hmm. But it started with just a little Hot Wheels track, and it's gotten to be much more evolved. A lot of people, even at Big Al's, they laugh about it when they see us show up. Even a lot of the regulars. Funny story about this with the regulars. Down at Big Al's, there's some folks that drive Harleys and whatnot. Not all, but a lot of folks that drive Harleys and kind of have that hoorah attitude, that mentality. They're big macho type mm-hmm. people. One week there was 8 of them, and they're kind of making fun of us racing these Hot Wheels. The very next week, 6 of those 8 people, guess what they were doing?
They brought in the Hot Wheel.
They brought in Hot Wheels. It's so funny. You go into Big Al's on a Wednesday night, and it looks like cockroaches on wheels. There are Hot Wheels on the bar. There's Hot Wheels back by the tournament table. There's Hot Wheels on all the tables. And I mean, I've literally sat there and I have watched people. We're talking 60, 70, 80-year-old men sit there on their phone and buy $30, $40 worth of Hot Wheels. And we're not talking $30 or $40 a Hot Wheel.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking they're literally buying 30 or 40 Hot Wheels for
Right.
$1 a piece off Amazon or eBay. And I'm like, oh, so you're coming back. Well, son, we ain't buying $40 worth of Hot Wheels to not do this again. So it's so funny. It's, I've told people in a very lovingly way, it is the dumbest, cheesiest, stupidest thing I've ever heard. But now, to be fair, I don't think it's really that stupid because I'm pretty sure Big Al's and Christy, they enjoy the business. The bartender's doing good on the tip, so it's not really stupid. It was just dumb luck that it caught on like this. But I think that kind of, for as popular as it is, I think it goes back to, honestly, Big Al's. Tim, Christy, Al, and the clientele that they bring in there, we're just a bunch. We're a neighborhood bar. We all really like each other. We're almost like a dysfunctional family in there, but everybody's so nice. Everybody knows everybody. If you can't go to Big Al's and find a friend, I don't think you're human. It is the closest bar I know of in a big metropolitan area like Omaha, Council Bluffs. It is the closest thing to that old TV show Cheers.
Yeah.
When you walk in, hey, Norm.
Right.
Well, there's about 20 of us Norms down there. Well, it is that mentality, but the greatest. I've grown up in bars. I've been to hundreds, if not thousands, of bars in my lifetime, and Big Al's is right up there. It's just the clientele, the management, the staff. I mean, if you're going to do something like this, well, I hang out there, but I'm like, at the end of the day, I know there's a lot of bars and taverns. Don't get me wrong, folks. I know there's a lot of bars and taverns and restaurants in Council Bluffs and Omaha that are great places, and I've been to a lot of them. But the clientele that hangs out at Owl's is just, like I said, we've all gotten to know each other as family and really good friends. And, if somebody else wants me to come up with a Hot Wheels track, hey, we can try it for a night. See what you think.
Well, just to reiterate what you already said, that this is an 18 and older event.
Yep.
So want to make sure that people remember that. Also, I'm not sure where your capacity is at, but you got to be close. You bring in 45 people, that's a lot. So I'm not talking about inside of the bar. I'm saying for you to be able to put on a race, I don't know where your entry limit is.
Our maximum that we can take, I shouldn't say this because Rachel's going to be like, I wish you wouldn't have said that. So our software that we have, I mean, it's some high dollar software. It does have an unlimited range. The biggest number I've seen, 512 plus. We're never going to run 512 people.
You can't get that many people in there.
No.
So,
and honestly, when it comes to sports, what is the biggest sports bracket in mainline sports that we all know of? Every one of us. March Madness.
Yeah, okay.
There's 64 teams in that. So I'm like, okay, we can do 64 teams, double elimination. And when Rachel puts us in the bracket, everybody's like, well, where am I seated? She'll go right down her notebook. She'll write first and last names, and she'll hit enter, and then it's just randomly seated. So you don't know who you're going to be racing. Sometimes there's buys. I can tell you on a 48 person double elim tournament, there was a bunch of buys. So if you get a buy, you get a buy. It is what it is. At the end of the day, folks, don't complain. You got to buy. Sometimes you may not have a buy. If somebody needs to leave the tournament, because they need to go home, they got to get up for work. Well, the tournament's just going to play out. So you may luck out and get a buy. It is what it is. So, but we tell everybody 64 people. Do I see us hitting 64 a lot? No. I do think there is kind of a shock and awe factor when something like this being new pops up, and we may have hit that with 48 people. Last week we had 34. This week expecting 40, 45. So I think if, as long as we're over 30, we're doing pretty good. I'd be a little spooked if we're all of a sudden down to 10.
Well, if you're running Wednesdays and you said it starts at 7,
7 o'clock.
what time do you need people to be there if they're entering?
First of all, for those that haven't been to Big Owl's, but you're from town, it's the old in between, but it's Big Owl's now. So parking is at a premium. Do not show up at 6:30
Thinking you're going to get
because you're not parking by the front door. I can
Right.
tell you that's not going to happen. You show up at 6:30. You could be parked up to a block and a half away. Just
Right.
follow the people with the Walmart bags. They all have Hot Wheels. You'll know where you're going. But honestly, arrive at Owl's by 6:30. By 6:15, somewhere right there, I have the track set up. You can actually do some practice runs. But to help speed things up, we do have a system. My wife has a index card box. So when you sign up your first tournament, you're going to take an index card. You're going to write your name on the card. You're going to put that card on the table where the track is, and you're going to put your little matchbox or whatever. You're going to put your 1/64 scale car on that box. And then when we start racing the tournament, you race your car, and that car's got to stay on your index card throughout the duration of the tournament. Once you are knocked out of the tournament, you simply hand your index card in. You're off the table until the grudge racing starts. So there's little things that we do to keep things moving and whatnot, but definitely get to Owls, Big Owls, by 6:15. If you get there by 6:30, you're parking a little ways. I know I showed up last week at 5. I want to say it was 5:23 to be exact, because I looked at the bar clock, and by that time there was already 3 spots open. That's it, 3 spots left that were open at 5:23.
Well, if the bar clock said 5:23, it was really more like 5:10.
Whatever it
Those
was,
things are set fast.
whatever it was, there was only 3 spots left.
There are only 3 spots left.
Yeah, and people, and they come in fast and heavy. And like I said, if you want to, you got a little case of Matchbox or Hot Wheel cars, and you want to, I don't care, go run them. Not a big deal. But once the tournament starts, that's it. That's all we're doing is the tournament until we're done. So
I listen to this and I start thinking, all right, let's get you a sponsor on this. You need a naming sponsor. You need to have, a banner put up over where the pits are taking place and with different. I'm just thinking all the dollar signs everywhere, and you're just putting on a tournament and not even thinking about it.
Seriously, I actually told a couple friends of mine that hang out down there on the weekends. I would have been over the moon if we would have had 15 or 20. I would have thought, oh my Lord, I can't believe it got this big. 15 or 20 people, there's like nobody there now. Christy's already, she was texting me, and I kind of feel bad in a way. She's like, after March 25th, this is going to suck. But they do have something new coming.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should tell anybody. She might get mad at me. But just to help her out, supposedly after March 25th, the rumor is on Wednesday nights they're going to have Roomba pool.
Oh man! I'm assuming this is like a truck pulled with Roombas.
No,
That's not it. Oh, 2 Roombas pulling against each other.
no.
Still not getting it. Oh, I don't know what it is then.
If it's what I think it is, Christy, don't get mad at me if you see this, because this is going to be on Facebook. I believe you put 9 balls on the pool table. Everybody kind of, I guess, wagers. You pick a ball for like $2. And then the Roomba goes to knock the balls in, and it's on its own trajectory.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I am.
And I believe the last ball standing wins.
Once upon a time, I was very young, and I woke up in the middle of the night. ESPN was on, and I was watching a competition where guys were standing at the end of a dock. The dog was running to the end of the dock. They would throw a frisbee. The dog would jump, catch the frisbee, land in the water, and the contest was measuring for distance. That got me thinking, guys will compete against anything. And now with a Roomba on a pool table, I know for certain that they'll compete with anything.
So I've already branched out with another idea.
Okay, here we go.
So we have a timing system.
Mhm.
We have a 6-lane racetrack. Each track's a lane, right? Well, who says it's got to be a car or a pickup or a vehicle of any sorts going down that lane? So now I don't want it. I think there's something with this idea. Hint, hint.
Right.
Let us have our Hot Wheels. You guys can take this idea. I thought it would be funny. The scoring loop at the bottom has photoelectric sensors.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what object it is. But having the starting line with the yellow pegs, if we had golf balls up there, we could race golf balls down the track. We could find out who's got the fastest balls in Council Bluffs. Hey,
it's. I
mean, let me show you what my top flight can do.
I agree. Yeah, let's find out whether that Nike ball really is for real, or if the X outs are too wobbly, or what the deal is.
Yeah, I really think there's something there. I think in today's life, I think one of the other, well, to be quite honest, what makes this such a big hit is one, there's alcohol. Let's get real, folks. There's alcohol involved. But at the end of the day, when you look in the world that we live in now, and I'm not going to get political or ride a high horse or nothing like that, but when we can all revert back to being 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, for 2 hours, Big Al's is allowing us to be kids again.
Yeah.
There is no more, well, my rent's late, my mortgage is overdue. It's, well, did you bring a Trans Am, Todd, or did you bring that stretched Fishosaurus Cadillac? That's what we're wondering about. We're not worrying about the stresses of everyday life. We can come in and just hang loose and be kids again. And I think that's one of the things that works really, really well with this tournament.
It's what I love about it when you talked about it, that it's not about anything else other than just have some fun for what it is, live right in the moment.
Yeah,
and
that's exactly what it is. And really, that's what we do at Big Al's. I know some people, they're like, oh, you're going to Big Al's again? I'm like, yeah, it's just, once again, I have nothing against any other bar or tavern or restaurant. I am so comfortable at Big Al's. I like to stay in my safe zone where I feel comfortable, and I do that there. But, you go there on the weekends, they have karaoke on Friday and Saturday nights. This last Saturday night, they had a small karaoke crowd. But for what the crowd lacked in size, the enthusiasm was over the top. We had suicide karaoke, and a bunch of adults in an establishment like that selling alcohol with suicide karaoke. That's fun. There are songs that I cannot say on the air that we all got stuck singing.
There you go.
But that's Big Al's. It's fun. It's fun times.
Well, Hot Wheels racing at Big Al's Wednesday nights up until
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock up until March 25th, and then you got to wait till next year for it to come back.
Folks, try to be there by 6:45 to sign in. We have like 10 people that show up right at 7 o'clock. Is the bracket set? No, not yet, but we got to turn and burn. We got to keep going.
Yep.
And every week, we've actually had 3 or 4 people show up after the bracket is set. Well, can't you just sneak us in?
Nope.
Once the bracket's set, It is what it is. You'll have to come back next week and try to get in that way. So,
well, I'm thrilled you called and told me about it, and even more thrilled that you took a little bit of your time to come in and talk about it.
So, no problem whatsoever. And I hope to see a lot more of you out there. And I can tell you that there's some neat ideas coming down. It's still for this year yet. So
excellent. Well, I'm going to make it down there. Probably not this Wednesday, but maybe next Wednesday. I want to see this firsthand.
Yeah.
All right.
You'll have a good time.
All right. Buddy Ray Jones, thank you, sir. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All righty. when Buddy was running down that list of everything that this race is, the one adjective he left off was cool. It is just so cool that people are out doing this again and racing Hot Wheels and having fun and acting like kids, just like he said. And I'm excited, and I hope that this just continues on and becomes a huge hit. Service Master Restorer by Schmader knows it's hard to get back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, smoke, leading to mold, and you may be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. Service Master Restore by Schmader will restore your space by offering quality commercial and residential restoration services. Call 402-339-9911. Well, we were telling you about it over the last couple of days, and I'm telling you again, if you have not experienced the Council Bluffs PRCA Rodeo at the Mid-America Center, you need to get March 20th and 21st on your calendar. Doors open at 6:30, rodeo kicks off at 7:30, and then once it starts, nonstop action. It's a PRCA-sanctioned competition, which means you're seeing legitimate high-level rodeo athletes right in Council Bluffs. Bareback riding, bull riding, team roping, it's the whole deal. And the stellar trick riding cowgirls are performing both nights. Friday night's kids' night. Children under 12 get in free with a paid general admission adult. Makes it a great family night out. Tickets start at just $20. So grab yours at councilbluffsprcarodeo.com. How about it? Let's pack the Mid-America Center. That wraps up today's show. Thanks again, Buddy Ray Jones, for joining us today. And good luck with the rest of the Hot Wheels season. And also good luck when you hit the dirt track again this summer. My name's Todd Studer, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.